Hello, welcome back everyone to the holiday wonderwall that is CruiseAway. I'm Derek and stand by for some big holiday adventures. Well, listen, we have thousands and thousands and thousands of offers right now available to choose from, all of them on our website at cruiseaway.com.au. But this time we are going to be heading out on the Scarlet Wonders that are Virgin Voyages, and it's time to say ahoy to exciting holidays in Europe for this year. We have the UK, Portugal, Spain, Ibiza and Italy in our sights for September. Even sooner in August we're off to London for a stay, followed by a trip around the UK taking in Amsterdam and Belgium too. And we must remind you about our top-selling Baltic Wonders and Nordic Nights adventure for next July. You'll see why it's so popular too. It's absolutely brilliant. Right then, back to this year and off to Europe we go. Over 32 dreamy nights on this package, and we're flying off to London on the 9th of September out of Sydney to enjoy the first of 2 city breaks in this trip. London is calling for 2 exciting nights in a hotel. London is just a dreamy city. Good time of year to see it as well. You are in the heart of summer, so everything is going on here. All the big shows are on, all the big events are on in town. And of course, London is just full of sights to enjoy. Then it's time to head down to Portsmouth on the south coast of England to head off on your Virgin Voyage, and we're on board Scarlet Lady, which is the first of Virgin's fleet, which launched in 2020. In fact, I was on board when it first came to England, actually, when it launched in 2020. Absolutely amazing. You're on board for 25 nights. Now, if you've never seen Virgin Voyages before, oh my word, they are brilliant. Of course, Virgin, and a massive personality that Virgin as a brand has, is definitely all over what happens on Virgin Voyages. It's new, it's bright, it's distinctive. I say it's new, they're kind of, this is their 5th year of sailing. It's funny how quickly that's gone. But I tell you what, every time you get on board, you see straight away the Virgin difference. The way they do their entertainment, the way they do dining all of which is included while you're on board. They do Wi-Fi as a standard inclusion on board with Virgin Voyages. For me, that's a definite plus. I'm afraid I am addicted to my gadget. It is pretty much in my hand the whole time, and I think a lot of people are like that as well. We're in an instant world, aren't we? If you want to take a picture of glorious dinner, wonderful surroundings, lovely beaches, wherever you are, you want to upload them straight away to your Facebook and Instagram and Blue Sky and all of those other things that we're all about these days. And you can do that on board Virgin as well. You're going to have just the greatest time. They don't do a white night on board. They do a scarlet night, so you'll have to drag the red out of your wardrobe for that. But you can also take your favourite PJs as well, because they do a pyjama party, which is quite fun. And party is what they do. Party is the whole cruise, really. An absolutely brilliant time. But it is for cruisers of all ages as well. We'll talk about different aspects of the Virgin Voyage experience as we go through, because you can be very relaxed as well. I mean, there's lots of wellness going on. Fitness classes, for instance, are part of the inclusions as well, as are some of this dizzying entertainment that you've just been seeing on the video here. Now, let's just remind ourselves of where we are. We are in the UK, and we are going to be sailing out of Portsmouth on the south coast of England. We are 25 nights of cruising, which is brilliant. First couple of days at sea, get our bearings, and then we're across to Spain, to La Coruña. You can take a Flavours of La Coruña Sure Thing excursion here, heading to the food markets and enjoying the wonderful gourmet tapas in this area, which sounds nice to me. Next, we're off to the capital of Portugal, which is Lisbon. We're here for an overnight, so 2 full days. So you've got chances to do exactly what you want. Maybe go and see the Palace of Mafra, maybe tour the countryside to Agademay as well, which is a private wine estate where you can do tasting as well. It sounds quite nice. Day at sea, and we're across to Morocco into Casablanca. You can take a family-style Moroccan cooking lesson for a day on a Sure Thing excursion here, using authentic Moroccan spices and ingredients, which would be rather interesting, I think. A day at sea, we're back into the south of Spain now to Malaga. You could go to the Picasso Museum, of course. stroll through the museum to see all of his paintings and drawings and sculptures, which go all the way back to the late 1800s. Nice. A day at sea, and we are in Ibiza. Now, Virgin being a lovely adults only party, this is the place where you can go and party. We're here for an overnight, so that means we're here for 2 full days, and you can go and hit the nightclubs hard if you want to. I believe that's what the kids say. I'd be at home early night with a cup of cocoa, I think, but you can also explore the Old Town as well. Barcelona is next, and you get to enjoy the fabulous city for a day, which is just wonderful. There's so much to see. There are hop-on, hop-off bus tours. There are other tours that you can take as well. Then we're going back to Ibiza, and we're going back for a second overnight stay as well. So 2 full days, you can explore the Old Town, you can take other tours, or indeed, maybe you had such a good time at the club the first time, you want to go back with your glow sticks and do it all again and party hard. You can do that if you want to. Next, we're across to Palma de Mallorca. Beautiful, beautiful place, actually. You can learn about winemaking here if you like enjoying lovely wine pairings with a selection of appetizers and olive oil produced on the estate on a tour, which would be nice. Day at sea, we are in Cannes in France. Of course, it is the home of the famous film festival, and you can stroll down La Croisette, which is the famous beach promenade here, go to all of the fancy boutiques and see the hotels. Next, we're across to Ajaccio, which is in Corsica. This is where Napoleon was born. You can follow his footsteps on a walking tour. You can see his birthplace as well, the Maison Bonaparte too. Next, we head across to Cagliari in Sardinia. Beautiful part of the world, actually. You can scenic drive to Monte Arcusu, to the reserve here for a lovely walking tour through the forest, or you can just wander around Cagliari itself. Day at sea to Livorno in Italy. This is your gateway to Florence and Pisa. So if you want to see the Uffizi, the Duomo in Florence, and then head over to see the Leaning Tower in Pisa, you can absolutely do that in a day. A day at sea next to Naples. And you can go to Gragnano here, which is the oldest pasta factory in the world, and learn how to make the famous perfect Neapolitan pasta. Enjoy a glass of wine on that tour as well if you decide to take it. We will leave in Civitavecchia, which is the port for Rome, and we're staying in Rome for a 2-night hotel stay with breakfast included as well. Oh my word, you lucky people. What an amazing city. I would definitely recommend going to the Sistine Chapel and seeing the Vatican City and just seeing the vastness of it. It's amazing. If you get the chance to go into the Colosseum, do it. I would pre-book your tickets if you do, so you're not sort of queuing and waiting. It's a wonderful, wonderful place to be. After your 2 nights there, we will then fly back to Oz. My word, you've done some whistle-stop touring there, haven't you? We flew over to London, remember? So we've done London for a couple of nights there, and then just look at everywhere we're going on this fabulous cruise. I mean, here, there, and absolutely everywhere. This is really, really good. A wonderful, wonderful opportunity to see parts of the world that maybe you haven't seen before. Maybe some you're familiar with, maybe some less familiar with. Virgin's a great way of doing it. Of course, you have lovely sea days as well in between those ports, which I think is really nice. A really fun way to see the world with Virgin Voyages. And our DreamAway package, and this is for September, remember, includes your flight over from Sydney to London. We've got a 2-night hotel stay there for you. And then down in Portsmouth, you will join Virgin Scarlet Lady for 25 nights of back-to-back cruising to Spain and Portugal and Morocco and France and Italy, with overnight stays in Lisbon, 2 overnight stays in Ibiza for you to party hard if you want to. You'll end the cruise in the port for Rome and then stay for 2 nights in a hotel in Rome before your flight back to Sydney. And how on earth we've done all of that for this price here, I have no idea. I mean, look at that. There is a deposit available if you want to as well. So if you want to say, wow, I want this holiday, you can lock it in today with a lower deposit. And the cruise itself includes so much in your fare. So let me just run through what's included while you're on your Virgin voyage. So all of your dining, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all included. Wi-Fi to keep in touch right the way through the cruise, included. Service charges, gratuities, included. Group fitness classes, if you're up for that kind of thing. Included, soft drinks included, great entertainment included. It's ridiculous. So good for the price tag. This could be maybe your highlight holiday of this year. Here's the overview of the offer, and indeed, if you want to, your chances to upgrade, of course, in terms of your stateroom. They do a lovely sea view, ocean view stateroom. They do a lovely sea terrace balcony stateroom, which has not only, you know, the furniture out on the terrace, but has a lovely hammock for you to swing on as well, one at a time responsibly. Lovely. How fantastic to do a holiday like that at a time of year like that, and to get so much out of it. And listen, if you wanted more time in London on that one, then just talk to the team, or indeed more time in Rome. So as it is, I think we've got, is it 2 nights in London and 2 in Rome? I think on that one, yeah. But if you wanted 3 nights in each, 4 nights in each, you know, 2 in one, 4 in the other, again, talk to the team. We'll tailor make it for you. Just call us now, toll free, remember, 1300 407 687. And do you know what? We're off to the same part of the world for our next Virgin Voyages adventure. This time we're doing London, Ireland and Scotland over 18 nights. Now this kicks off on the 13th of August and we'll fly again from Sydney over to London. Again, we have a hotel stay over in London. It's 3 nights. Brilliant time of the year, as I say, in August. If you want to get up there and see the views from the London Eye, fantastic. If you want to take a river cruise up and down the Thames, you can do that. Of course, you can see the Houses of Parliament and Big Ben, and you can see all of the palaces too. Buckingham Palace, and you've got nearby Windsor Castle, not a million miles out of London. I mean, it's just a great city. Fabulous dining, great shows for you to enjoy as well. Brilliant shopping. I mean, you'll just have the time of your life. You'll love it. And again, down in Portsmouth, in the south of the UK, is where you join your Virgin Voyage. This time it is Scarlet Lady. I think it was the first time, actually, wasn't it? Scarlet Lady, the first of Virgin Voyages ships. And she's amazing. Let's run through, because we're looking at dining right now. I mean, all of the dining options that you are seeing there, all included. I'll try and follow as we go. You just saw a bit of the nightclub there as well, but here are some of the restaurants. Some is a little bit more, you know, as you would kind of expect cruise ship restaurants to be, you know, sit down, grand occasion dining. Some of it is a little bit more kind of grab and go and casual, and, you know, we're busy doing other things kind of dining. You just fancy something that's really good quality, you know, but a little bit more grab and go and a little bit more street food. And the great thing is you can kind of pick and choose from all of those. I mean, look at the stunning entertainment that you've got on board. This is far from traditional cruise ship entertainment when you're on board with Virgin, and they do look a party. So if you're on a night where you've got a sea day following, brilliant. You can be dancing through till dawn. You can be enjoying a show. You can be enjoying the fabulous party nights that they have. Scarlet Night, for instance, where everyone dresses in red rather than white, which is good. Nice thing. Matches the Virgin colours, of course, doesn't it? They also do a big pyjama party, which is just as much fun as well. And then you've got the nightclub. So again, you can enjoy, you know, dancing right the way through until the sun comes up the next day if you fancy it. Wonderful accommodation. Again, examples of some of the dining that you're seeing here, but there's also lovely relaxation spaces, fully equipped gym, lovely spa for you to go and treat yourself to as well. Very, very nice indeed. Now this time we're on board for 13 nights, so just under 2 weeks, which is wonderful, leaving out of Portsmouth. And we head across to Amsterdam in the Netherlands first, Holland. We're there for an overnight, so 2 full days. So again, you can enjoy the nightlife here in Amsterdam if you want to, because that's a very different city by night, let me tell you. But of course, you can do the Anne Frank Museum, you can do the Diamond Museum, Van Gogh, and so much more. This time of the year as well, lovely. Zeebrugge is next in Belgium. Of course, it's the chocolate capital of Europe, isn't it? And you can actually visit the Chocolate Museum on a tour here and get involved with actually making your own pralines while you're there to take home as a souvenir. Nice. Next, after a day at sea, we're up towards Scotland in Kirkwall. Beautiful, beautiful Kirkwall. Such a charming little town, actually. There's a guided walking tour here. You've got lots of historic sites nearby as well. Next, we go to the Isle of Lewis to Stornoway. Very nice, stunning landscape, ancient Callanish standing stones there, which is a prehistoric stone circle which you can go and visit. And of course, you've got authentic, lovely whiskies in this part of the world as well. Day at sea, we're in Greenock, which is one of the ports for Glasgow. Or you can take a boat cruise on Loch Lomond, maybe, which is the largest freshwater lake in Scotland, and just enjoy the lovely scenery and the wildlife there. Next, we're across to Northern Ireland, to Belfast, where you can go and see the natural wonder of the Giant's Causeway, or just enjoy the city itself. Such a lovely warm welcome, great for shopping, just a lovely city to enjoy. A day at sea, and then we're into the south of Ireland, into the Republic, into Dublin. Of course, the Guinness Storehouse is where a lot of people head to for that kind of authentic flavour of Dublin, but there is so much more besides that. A day at sea, and then we will disembark back in Portsmouth in the UK, and then we will fly you back from London back to Oz. My word. That's a lovely little trip, actually, because if you think about it, the British Isles are really, really scenic. There's a lot of contrast. Obviously, you're kicking off in London, and London is, London's like any big built-up city, but it is pretty extraordinary. It's got some real kind of historical sights and sounds which go back hundreds of years. And then touring around the British Isles is really fascinating to do. Doing your overnight in Amsterdam as well, and then over to Belgium before you go around the British Isles, I just think is so cute. So you can have that mix of culture, adventure, scenery, really rugged scenery as well when you're up in the north of Scotland and across in Northern Ireland as well. What a lovely adventure this is. Just a nice chance to see this part of the world, and do it with a real fun cruise line as well. So we include your flights to and from London, 3-night summer city hotel break in London with breakfast included, and then your 13 nights of Virgin Voyage on board the Scarlet Lady, packed with extra value on board the cruise as well. So full board, all of your dining, your entertainment, your service charges, Wi-Fi, all included as you cruise to an overnight in Amsterdam, so 2 full days there, a call into Bruges, and then going around Scotland and the Republic and Northern Ireland to and from Portsmouth. Do you want to guess the price? Lots of people do this on our shows, by the way. They guess. What are you guessing? No, you guessed too high. Let me show you. Too high. Look, we've been doing this for over 25 years, This is how good things can be. When it comes to pudding, if you think about it, just the flights to and from London, just think about that for a second. Then 3 nights in a hotel in London. And then your fabulous cruising as well, which has so much included in the price tag. That is amazing. You can put a deposit down on that today to make it happen. And here's the overview of this offer. Cruising with Virgin is such fun. Such fun. There's so much to enjoy. It's just brilliant. So if you want a taste of that, then call us right now. Remember that it's a toll-free number to call us right now. It is 1300 407 687. Don't sit on a plan like this. Let's make it happen today. And there are many more Virgin Voyages adventures, remember, on our website as well, which you can look at after the show. It's cruiseaway.com.au, and you'll find all the details there. But being able to put these plans in place today with a low deposit, I just think is awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome. Virgin sail right the way around the world as well, actually. Lots of different adventures, lots of different parts of the world. So you can check out the other parts of the world they cruise to as well, again, on our website. Or if it's easier, just call us and say, where else do Virgin cruise to? I'll show you somewhere else they do cruise to, and this is, we're going over to a sort of similar part of the world, but in a different direction right now, on a cruise that's it's selling out of the door, this package. It's called Baltic Wonders and Nordic Nights. If you're a regular viewer to the show, you'll have heard me talk about it before. Now, this is for July in next year. Starts on the 18th of July, actually. It's 19 nights all told. Again, with this, we fly from Sydney over to London first. and we got a 3-night hotel stay in London. Again, we're talking about summertime. We're talking about summertime next year. It's actually quite nice at this time of the year. There's quite a lot of the kind of summer events going on. There are things like the Chelsea Flower Show and other kind of summer events that are happening at this time of the year, which might be worth, seeing what ties up. And of course, the great thing is with the internet, we can all check out and see what's going on and what's going to be happening in a city long before we're actually there. Then we go down to Portsmouth and we're on board Valiant Lady this time. This is Virgin's second ship, actually, that they launched not too long ago at all. Oh yeah, that thing that they're doing right there, by the way, is something called Shake for Champagne, because you've not heard me talk about alcoholic drinks through this show, so I'll just touch on that briefly. What you can do with your alcoholic drinks is you can kind of preload bar credit. It's called a bar tab, before you actually go on board, and that allows you to then via the app be able to shake your phone and order champagne. It's called Shake for Champagne, and have it brought to the very spot you are on the ship, which I think is quite clever. Very, very good indeed. Or you can preload a bar tab as you want to. Again, talk to our team about that. Soft drinks are a given. Soft drinks included in your cruise already, which is great. Wi-Fi included, all of the dining on board. The only things, to be honest with you, that you would be dipping into your pocket for any reason while you're on board is shopping, which is all about treating yourselves, isn't it? And pamper treatments. And that's pretty usual across the cruising industry, that, if we want to rub down from the neck down, or a massage, or a sea wrap, or whatever it might be, or your hair done, or your nails done, or whatever it might be, then that's an additional fee. But other than that, there is so much value packed in to a Virgin voyage. All of these fabulous parties, by the way, you don't need to buy a ticket for them. When you go in and see a show in the theatre, of which there are many different shows that you can go and enjoy, you're not paying for those shows. You're not buying a ticket to take your seat in the theatre, which is brilliant. And they have lots of different entertainment as well. There's comedians, there's magicians, something different every single show, which I think is really, really good. And they do those occasion nights as well. I mentioned earlier the Scarlet Night instead of a white night, because scarlet is the Virgin colour, of course. And they do the PJ party as well. Your accommodation, by the way, has everything you need and where you need it. Sockets where you need them to be. Just modern, fresh, up to date. Really, really nice. To be honest, there's so much to enjoy on board the ship. You spend very little time in your accommodation, trust me. You are there literally to turn around from day to night and then to sleep, whenever that may be. Anyway, here's your 2-week cruise. Day at sea out of Portsmouth into Hamburg in Germany. Oh, wonderful, wonderful city. The port itself is absolutely beautiful, but there's lots to visit in the city itself. Hamburg has a V&A as well, Victoria and Albert Museum. Day at sea over to Copenhagen, where you can stroll along the canals here, take in the markets, see the old sailing ships. There's the Christiansborg Palace there, which is the National Museum as well. And of course, the cute little mermaid. Day at sea, we're across to Stockholm in Sweden. We're here for an overnight, and I'm so glad we are, because you need at least one day to spend at the ABBA Museum. It's got to be done, hasn't it? It's wonderful. There's so much more. There's lots of history there as well. But ever since the ABBA Museum has been there, that's it. It just gets stacked out of the door every single day. We go across to a real fairyland destination now, which is just beautiful. Tallinn in Estonia. It's just gorgeous. You can see there it's got the wonderful castle there and Kadriorg Park there, which just looks so serene, doesn't it? A couple of days at sea. We're off to Oslo next, capital of Norway, of course. There's lots of fabulous museums here. You can see Viking Ship Museum. The Royal Residence is there. There's the Norwegian Folk Museum. It's, again, another fascinating capital city to enjoy. 2 days at sea, we're back into Portsmouth in the UK, and then we'll fly back from London back to Oz for us. This is so popular already. I have to say, I have mentioned this, I think, at least on 3 or 4, if not 5 different occasions before on the CruiseAway shows. And the reason I keep bringing it to your attention is because it is just so popular. It ticks lots of boxes. And I think I know why, actually, because the Baltics were kind of off the menu in terms of cruising for a fair good while. They're now back on the menu, which I think is fantastic. This is nicely paced, it's nicely positioned, it's got a nice mix of destinations. And of course, who doesn't love being in London? I mean, London's a great city to spend some time. And this is one of our most popular Virgin Voyages packages for next July, exploring the Baltic wonders and the Nordic nights. Just love the name of this as well, don't you? So your 19 nights includes your flight from Sydney over to London, 3-night hotel stay there, then your 2 weeks of cruising with Virgin on Valiant Lady to Hamburg in Germany, Copenhagen in Denmark, Stockholm in Sweden for an overnight, and then Tallinn in Estonia, and then Oslo, the capital of Norway, back into Portsmouth to then fly back to Sydney from London. And again, this will be another reason why this is so popular. We can do a deposit on this. Of course, this is next year, next July. So a lower deposit will lock that price in. And actually, I am really surprised, because trying to hold a cruise price at the same price over and over again is really difficult to do. And yet, that price is still the same. So jump in now with a deposit while you can, and be quick. You've got the magic number to call. You've got all the details that you need. Here's the overview of the whole offer as well. So if you want to treat yourself to an upgrade, you can go up to the most ridiculous rock star suites, by the way, while you're on board the Virgin Cruises. They are brilliant. We've got an entry-level suite price on your screen there, and you can go, there are lots of different grades of suites. You can go up to a rock star suite, which actually has a baby grand piano that you can dance upon in your suite. So again, if you want to talk to our team about that and the possibilities, do. I mean, you might be celebrating something big, something massive. Then you might decide you want a Rockstar suite with exclusive access to Richard's Retreat, which I'll let you find out about if you decide to take a suite on board any of these ships. They are brilliant. And remember, Virgin Voyages only have 4 ships in the fleet. So that's still quite an exclusive offering going on right now. I like that. I like a cruise line with less, because it feels like every journey is just that little bit more exclusive. And listen, wherever the Virgin ships are in the world, you can be booking you can be booking a deal that goes in the next few months. We can do a late deal for you somewhere in the world. I know, just talk to our team. And again, as you can see, we can book into 2026. We're even booking into 2027 right now. So if you want to lock in a great price today with a low deposit and get the most amazing value for money, do it now. And talk to our team, because we know what the current promotions are. We know how to unlock the biggest savings for you with extra upgrades, with extra this, that, and the other. We can unlock the deals for you. And remember, our team dominate in cruise. They're not a travel agent who are booking this, that, and the other for everyone around the world. They're booking cruise. So they know all the cruise lines and all the cruise ships and all the deals to unlock. So talk to us. Give us a try. Toll free 1300 407 687, and I'll see you back here soon to cruise away again. Take care.